Hey guys, what's up? It's Fluid Cyborg here, and tonight, it's Friday night, it's date night, got my time, got my hat. Time to go seduce some 2D anime girls. Starting with this, Sakura Spirit. I don't know why I'm playing this, but I am, because... I'm weeb trash, that's why. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least that's what most people say. Then what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he may have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I've been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. Kenichi, the mightiest disciple! Ha! It's always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Well, maybe. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Kushiken Takahiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star. I used to do judo. And no, that's not me bragging. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. That's pretty significant. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country in a sport that I loved. But the excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Hi, Taka-kun! Get your butt in gear! Oh god. I've got a sore throat as well still, so doing female voices... Okay, I'll be right there, Koyomi. Not wanting to keep Koyomi waiting, I quickly dashed toward the front door to let her in, not even realizing I was still in my pajamas. Better than being naked, I suppose. Hold on a second, Koyomi, gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Me? Never realized school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? When my eyes drooped downwards, noticed I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and watched back towards my room. Better than like the typical trope of like, you know, childhood friend coming in, going to the room, waking you up, and... yeah. There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to be naked like you. Remember those words. So I was stripping out my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. That only happened once, you know very well. Super hot that night. Jeez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. Baka-kun! This room reminded me a little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? No, stop, don't make me kick your ass. Side-eye teased her enough, quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You're distracted a lot, lady. Being distracted a lot, lady? What's going on with that hollow skull of yours? Is that upcoming match? I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. That is true. That's fair. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Well, you know, you can always write a Necromonion. You know, Lovecraft might enjoy it. Oh right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches and you kick butt. And, of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently there's some shrine out in the forest that, if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? This sounds like bogus to me, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up at modern-day Tarzan. George of the Jungle. Well, whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. Will you hurry up? We're going to be late again. A hero's never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed, much like wizards. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. There we go. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How could one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Hey! Rude? Anybody can be a geek, or a sports nerd, or anything they want to be. At the same time. Don't you force your ideals upon us, Koyomi. Bitch. Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Egg candidate bits. They're important details. I doubt you qualify for either one of them, Pajama Boy. Oh! Anyway, let's boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school! Or is it that way? Ugh, nerd! Several hours later. Ellipsis, double ellipsis, triple ellipsis. My god! Later that day, I finally got told to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Koyomi had mentioned earlier. She was the last thing scheduled for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ichikawa, is it true your sister discovered some shrine and said to bring you good luck?
Let me guess. You want to date her? Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type.
I already got my hands full dealing with Koyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo.
Oh, well, she said something about it being near a river, and quite high up. To be honest, I was paying too much attention when she was going on about it.
You were checking out your sister's boobs. Oh god, I was right.
I mean, she was wearing this top. It's tight, and... Stop!
I seriously don't need to hear the details, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine?
Are you guys talking about that lucky shrine in the forest?
The one and only. According to Ichikawa's sister, there's supposed to be one near the river.
I don't know about that, but there's this fiery girl in the Sakura dojo who knows more about it.
Wait.
No. Wait, are you talking about Arya-senpai? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one! Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help, Takahiro-kun. I know where that place is.
Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Arya-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened the last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, and tears.
Shut up! I don't peep on the ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Arya-senpai's glorious body in any state of nudity.
My god, this voice is just changing and changing. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet?
I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found didn't really get a good view of.
There we go. Someone call the cops. Ichikawa, the peeping Tom, has confessed. Nothing like a bit of tasteful side boob. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process and preparing to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you're most helpful during the interrogation.
It's unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer.
Ellipsis, double ellipsis, triple ellipsis. Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with the little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. Memory served me right. Arya-senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she'd been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now. Arya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Follow the shouts and you will find her. Going briefly saw Arya seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. Snuck closer, make sure to make as little noise as possible, or I reached my hand towards her shoulder. Arya, feeling a hand on her shoulder, Arya reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and with a loud grunt she shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Serves you right.
Hello! Yeah! No one sees up on the great Kunoichi Arya! Oh, Taka Boy, I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? This just sounds like most other people. Kunoichi? That's a female ninja, isn't it? More like a Tasmanian devil. That throat didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There is no mercy in the ring, Taka Boy. You better learn that now in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh, yeah! This one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go hide for my match. One of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Taka Boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love! Aria seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Hello? Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine. I know. But it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and the bob of your head. You're going to get into the shrine. Something of value. Not my wallet! Guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. We? Oh, no, Taka Boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. We can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along? Not even for a little while? Right so, Taka Boy. Let me just grab some paper and I'll draw that map for you. After Aria's return, quick preparations were made and I followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back, in case I got lost, was a bit sketchy. Just look down, you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. Seems kinda straightforward. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. It's like going on an epic journey. The shrine itself seems surprisingly well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if someone could secretly live there. Perhaps some secret martial arts master. It's like my Japanese anime. The lord of a hermit, living and hiding within the shrine, wanted to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at that fact. Aside from the shrine itself, the ground surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. English I speak. There was no way anyone could be living here. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. That does look quite fancy. Guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I'd been given. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. Don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. He's got a point. Judo's all about using the knowledge you've gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. That is also quite true. But, you know, hard work does overcome talent if that talent is not actually trained. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my expertise and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more, nothing less. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet here he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Woo! Who's there? Quite the cliched question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I? What are you talking about? Show yourself! Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in things such as luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you're preparing yourself for. I was a little bit annoyed as the questions continued.
But maybe if I kept talking to her, I'd be able to find out where it was Shell was hiding. I'm preparing for a tournament. A judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously? You don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art. Aha, so you're a warrior. Hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope of finding the resolve to fight. I'm not so sure about the warrior part. How fortunate. It just so happens that there is need for one of your kind. My kind? A hero. This shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clapped my hands together in prayer. So what's next? Do I offer my allowance or something? Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I'd be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. My god, it's my virginity! As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated at the moment the girl's words reached my ears, my head spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Good luck, Mr. Hero. You're going to need it. Wow, you seem to be wearing bondage gear. Good start to the game. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Ooh, ellipsis, double ellipsis, triple ellipsis! Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life. A groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. Felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short when I heard the sound of several female voices.
Get back here, Hikage! Stop them at once!
Just what do you think you're doing? I'm chasing them! I'm trying to stop them!
Yaha! I think they knows what's missing on Sama!
Keep running, little one. We might just make it. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls could be heard nearby. What in the world is going on here? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Love the music though. Further ahead I saw a couple of girls in fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there's something off about this scene. Something didn't make sense. The girls being chased had the ears and tail of an animal, and the pursuers seemed to be armed with a katana and a naginata. I can't even remember the voice I just get. You conniving fox, come back here at once! Return what you stole immediately!
Give me back my panties!
Hikage, how could you say something out loud like that? Ha ha ha, panties, panties! Ha ha, oh no. Help, save us from rampaging women. As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. I didn't know what in the world was going on. The two girls armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely it couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go by without acting. I'm so going to regret this. Yeah, probably. Mumbling in annoyance, I chased after the girls. Hikage, go around to the left.
Right!
I said left, why'd you always undermine me?
I was saying right, you know what, never mind, just run after them!
So to change to the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate along the path. Blonde continued.
Oh, Sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to...
Whoops.
Starting to feel a bit...
Okay.
Just a little longer, Michael-chan, we're almost... Michael, not there, not now. So sorry, One-sama. Scissor attack.
I've just identified and seen straight from an action movie. The girl with the blonde hair collapsed, held their companion's protective embrace. The young girls approaching them almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them.
Got you now, thieves! I'm gonna personally track your sorry butts back to town and put you both in the stocks. Maybe show you how it feels to run around without any undies on. Yeah, although I must admit, having your breach down there does feel kinda nice. Gives me feeling fresh and tingly.
Oh god, what am I playing?
Kage, goodness, don't you have any shame? This isn't about you, it's about our undergarments. Stolen! And these two criminals being brought to justice. One-sama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh, it's gonna be okay, little one. Hey guards, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch.
Stop it right there! However, before I was going to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. It was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew flustered. I got to! The girl tosses up. Peeling the items off my face, I raised them into the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample while the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Oh boy, I knew this wasn't going to end well. Well, you'll find out what happens next time on Let's Play Sakura Spirit. Oh boy. Bye!